Yo, what's up guys, SirGaming here, coming up with an entire new series which will be called Memebox Advice. Well, I know the name's not too creative, but please don't roast me too hard. I literally came up with that name about 3 minutes ago, so it's pretty much improvised, so just be gentle about that. But basically, the title says it all. In this series, I'm not only gonna react to several memes that are related to beatbox, but I'm also trying to give some advice for the beatboxers out there, because I definitely think that we can all learn from each other and improve together. So, with that being said, let's not talk any longer and get into the new series, and I hope you guys do enjoy it. So, as a first one, we got a picture right here with a text saying, "When you've been working on a new beatbox sound for a month, but still haven't mastered it." And then there's this picture of this man, hold up, he's from, the guy from Spider-Man, Norman Osborn? Yeah, I think Osborn. And his quote, "Do you know how much I've sacrificed?" Okay, but let me tell you that. Usually, it's pretty quick when it comes to learning a sound. Like, an average beatbox sound can be learned between, let's just say, 1 and 3 weeks. So then you get the basic shape of your mouth, you know how to move your tongue, how to stress your vocal cords, how to breathe in or out, and then you get it. But when it comes to mastering a sound, it takes way longer. Like, I think a pretty common example would be the lip roll. And the lip roll is a sound that you can get in maybe 3 weeks. There are people that take way longer, about even more weeks, about 16 weeks I've heard. But it takes years to actually master the sound. Like, I think, I'd call him master of lip rolls is Napalm, and you know for how long he's been doing the lip roll. It just takes super long to master it. I mean, but now he got it, but he still can, like, develop it more and more, and basically evolve himself even more. But just, it takes super long to master a technique. Another pretty common example for that would be the vibration bass. The vibration bass already takes quite long to get done first time, and then you're like really happy, but to master a vibration bass, it takes super long. It actually takes super long. Probably a super important point for that is also that when you do vibration bass, it depends on the day. Like, it can sound super good on one day, and then you go to sleep, wake up, and it sounds absolutely trash again. But then, like 2 days after that, it sounds good again. So the vibration bass is one of the hardest sounds to master, I'd say. But if you actually want to master a sound, 1 month is really not enough. Just, you gotta put in at least, I'd say, half a year to master a sound, and then you can actually say, yes, I have mastered this sound. But yeah, pretty funny one. Let's go on. So, moving on, we got the text saying 16-year-old girls. So, it seems like only for girls? Let's see. Like, when we go down, there's this picture of Patrick looking up to Big Man and just like, oh, he's so talented. Well, I'm not sure if, like, this Patrick meme refers to his look, but at least when it comes to his beatboxing, I can totally agree. I personally am a huge fan of Big Man's style because he is so musical. I mean, just let me put out a clip right here, just listen to this right here. I love this style. And even though he is not that super technical, I just straight up love his beatboxing style, and so I can, like, totally agree with that one. So, up next, there's this picture of 3 glasses saying optimist, pessimist, beatboxer. So, as we can expect, the optimist says the glass is half full. Then the pessimist, on the other hand, says the glass is half empty. And then there's the beatboxer just saying, "Boy, drink the goddamn water!" Well, it's definitely true, yeah. When you train, you want to get better sounds, you want to improve, just sit down and train your beatboxing. You gotta drink something, it's important, so not to overstress your vocal cords especially. But, let me say you that, water is not the perfect thing for that. There are 2 things that help way better than water. The first thing, got it right here because I usually drink it quite often. Of course, no label, scratch it off. Oh, the green screen's a bit affecting it, but it's basically orange juice. Orange juice is better than water when it comes to relaxing your throat again. And the second thing, but you should not do that like while training, but after. A bit empty right now, but we got some honey right here. Honey helps really a lot, but you shouldn't like eat some honey while you're training, because then like things down there get sticky and you don't want it to happen. So just maybe at the end of your day when you're about to go to sleep, just, I don't know, take a spoon of honey and then your throat will regenerate way better than just with some water. Up coming next, we got a caption: "If you don't look weird, you ain't doing it right." And we got this picture of Napalm and Dilo just doing the lip roll together, and I can sort of agree with that. Because, yeah, at some sounds, you don't look weird at all. Just when you do a basic drum, or maybe a teeth whistle, you don't look weird, it's okay. But then there are these sounds like, yeah, just like the lip roll, you just look super weird training it. Also, there is, well, one common example of it. You have seen Beard, right? And you know how Beard does his inward bass? He always turns his head like 45 degrees. So whenever he does inward bass, it just goes like that.
Locked in this state of mind.
And there are also these memes just about BR talking about, yeah, my math teacher wants me to get the ankle when BR does inward bass, and I mean, yeah, it looks a bit funny, gotta admit that. Also, there are a lot of other sounds like, I mean, just let me roll a clip right here of what Darnie says when it comes to learning the human saxophone.
The weirdest thing ever. So all you gotta do is to have this weirdest facial expression, almost like a meme face, but not really. But you know, you gotta sacrifice some things for an amazing sound. So it will look like that.
Yeah, I think, as you can see, the mouth shapes can be pretty weird. Also, I've seen Dilo from like one of the latest battles. He like uses his tongue in a pretty way, like shaping it like you know, the U form, like that way around, and he somehow creates a sound of that. And I mean, yeah, it hella looks weird, but he got some decent sounds. So just don't be ashamed by that. As long as you sound good, you can make whatever facial expression you'd like. So up coming next, we got a picture split up into 4 different parts. Now, as the first one, we see a girl holding a cardboard saying, "I'm punk, so I must rebel." Yeah, I think that's a pretty common stereotype. Then the second one, "I'm an Asian, so I must like math." Well, to be honest, no. As an Asian guy, you don't only have to like math, you also have to be good at it. I'm just kidding. And then the third one, it's a bit small, hold up. Saying, "I dyed my hair. I dye my hair crazy colors, so I must be looking for attention." Well, that's not too... nah. It's still some sort of a stereotype, but I've dyed my hair once too, and, well, I was really not looking for attention. But, I mean, yeah, that's what stereotypes are for. They are usually not correct, just, well, to make fun of others. And then this fourth one. "I'm a beatboxer, so I must drop it like it's hot." Okay, I can get that. Well, if you don't know what drop it like it's hot is, just let me give you a clip right here.
Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, so that's basically the routine from Snoop Dogg, drop it like it's hot. So yeah, it's true, as a beatboxer, this routine is perfect for beginners. You actually should do that when you start beatboxing. Because not only it uses some pretty simple sounds like some claps, some BMG snares or some drums, but it learns you one really important thing for beatboxing: the breathing. Because the first time you vocalize it and breathe them out doing that sounds like just like that. But then you gotta keep going with the sounds, but you can't do the sound anymore like the vocal sound because you're running out of air. So then you gotta train to do the sounds but breathing in at the same time, and that's super important. So you're just going like now I'm out of air. And while doing that, I gotta breathe back in, and that's super important. You really gotta learn that, and for that, this routine is just perfect. So as the penultimate picture we got this typical Drake meme, so with the and the yeah. And well, Drake says no to performing at a huge stage, but he says yes to performing in your bathroom. And this is great. This is actually great, and it's 100% true. If you're a beatboxer and well, you haven't been on stage too much, you wanna go and perform in your bathroom. Also, if someone like asks you, hey, just can you like do some patterns for me, go in your bathroom and record it there, sorry. Because it just sounds way better. And that is because the sound in your bathroom is only partially absorbed by the walls and largely reflected. And this reflection creates an echo. And that echo is super cool. With that echo, beatboxing sounds good no matter how good you are, no matter how experienced you are, it sounds pretty cool. So, if you ever want to record something and you're not that experienced yet, just go in your bathroom and it will sound great. And the last one for this episode, we got a capture, trying to do throat bass for the first time, so the actual first time, and then we got these 3 options from like a failed download. Try again, help, and cancel. It's nothing like okay, proceed, go on, no, just try again, help, and cancel. And yeah, that's actually not always true, but pretty often. I've talked to several people on Discord, and really a lot of people have problems with getting the throat bass in the first time. Like, when I tried learning it, it helped like this tutorial from, well, basically everyone explains it that way, to clear your throat and then try to hold the sound at the end, like and then eventually you get a throat bass. But yeah, as it seems like many beginners have a problem with that, and so there are just these options. Try again, just keep practicing, you'll get there eventually. Help? Yeah, ask other people. Cancel. Come on. Just never give up, especially with some cool sounds like the throat bass. Cancel should not be an option here. So let's just cut this one out. The only 2 options if you want to learn throat bass and you don't get it the first time should be try again and help. Just forget about the cancel. So guys, that's basically it for the first episode of this series. Please, I really would like to have some feedback on the first episode, because like this is just like an experiment. I want to get some variation in the content, and especially these types of videos, they cost me way more work and time to produce. So I have no problem with putting more work into the videos, of course not, but I also want the work to be worth it. So if you have anything to criticize or just enjoy, please give me some feedback just in the comments, and then I'll be really glad to see you in the next video or maybe even the next stream. Bye.